what is pranic healing to the new one? इसकी कैसी शुरुआत हुई, क्या होता है ये, और कैसे you help you guide people?
Okay, so pranic healing is a term which comes from the word prana. Prana means soul. Prana means energy. And in pranic healing, we heal the chakras and the aura of our body to heal the actual problem that an individual is facing. For example, like we have a physical body, we also have a energy body which we cannot see from a naked eye, obviously, right? The physical body we can touch and feel, but we cannot see and feel the energy body.
What message, what pointers you want to give to young people?
The message only for the youth is that please be grounded, and for that you need spirituality, and for spirituality you need to be, try certain things, just very very little things.
वो एक क्या हीलिंग मैसेज है जो आप देना चाहेंगे हाउस होल्ड्स को, आज के यूथ को, इवन बच्चों को, योगी राम के सारे व्यूअर्स को, जो वो एक टेक्निक या एक मैसेज आप बताना चाहेंगे which can be integrated into their day-to-day life, or that message they can think about and work on that, so it's gonna help them.
Right, yeah, just leave your phones and sit with yourself for 5 minutes. Very important, very effective.
Welcome to Yogi Ram podcast. Today we have a very special guest, Shraddha Tiwari ji, a renowned pranic healer and spiritual mentor with over 14 plus years of experience, including a transition from journalism editing to holistic healing through Agadyati Prana in Indore. Shraddha ji has conducted 350,000 plus sessions, benefiting more than 30,000 people and fully healing 25,000 plus across physical, emotional, and mental challenges. Founder of a platform enhancing lifestyle, wellness, and spirituality via pranic healing, meditation, yoga, tarot, and astrology. She has honored with 2022 Pranic Healing Award from the Institute of Holistic Medicine, Women Excellence Award 2023, and was a keynote speaker at the 8th International Young Scientist Congress 2025 on youth spirituality. Featured in magazine and praised by global clients for transformative energy work. Shraddha ji guides seeker toward inner peace and self-discovery. Very warm welcome, Shraddha ma'am. आपका योगी राम पॉडकास्ट में बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. And thank you very much for your precious time.
Hello everyone. Thank you for inviting me for this very special podcast that we are having today. Thank you.
मैम स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का पॉडकास्ट विद अ वेरी बेसिक एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन प्राणिक हीलिंग के बारे में. सो जो लोग पहली बार प्राणिक हीलिंग सुन रहे हैं या देख रहे हैं, यस हीलिंग आजकल थोड़ा सा सोशल मीडिया में आ गया है, बट व्हाट इज प्राणिक हीलिंग टू द न्यू वन? इसकी कैसी शुरुआत हुई, क्या होता है ये, और कैसे you help you guide people?
Okay, so pranic healing is a term which comes from the word prana. Prana means soul. Prana means energy. And in pranic healing, we heal the chakras and the aura of our body to heal the actual problem that an individual is facing. For example, like we have a physical body, we also have a energy body which we cannot see from a naked eye, obviously, right? The physical body we can touch and feel, but we cannot see and feel the energy body. So whenever there is a problem of any kind, for example, any kind of mental problem or emotional issues or physical ailments, these problems first start in your energy body. And when those energy bodies, starts to have congestions, and chakra starts to have congestions, and aura starts to have a problem, then these problems manifest into the physical body. So when someone hears pranic healing for the first time, it is a healing therapy where we do not touch a patient. And that's why this is one of the most effective and mostly used as a distance healing technique. I can do a healing over a Zoom call or even if a person is front of me, we have to maintain 2 feet of distance to do a healing, because we do a healing through a no touch therapy. And this is one of the major things in pranic healing. So when we have to explain pranic healing to someone who is new to this term, this is a therapy, this is a technique where we clean the aura of an individual and the chakra of an individual without touching the person. And this is a very ancient way of treating people. It is something that was not introduced to many people, but as the world is progressing, people are really heading towards pranic healing.
Great, ma'am, great, ma'am. I'm moving to the next question. मैं आपके पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में पूछना चाहूंगा. You have been editor. So what was that turning point from an editor to a full-time pranic healer and spiritual mentor? वो क्या inner calling थी, वो क्या turning point था, वो goal shift कैसे हुआ, और वो जो यात्रा है, वो जो transformation है, वो कैसा था, वो पल, वो क्षण, मैम इसके बारे में प्लीज बताएं.
Okay, so I was working as an editor in a company based out of Delhi. So I was there, but it was a very fulfilling job. I must say, I was very happy, and it was very respectful. Everything was good, but there was something which I used to always feel that something is missing. In the middle of all that, there I did few classes of pranic healing. Like, I started with the basic class of pranic healing, and it was introduced by one of my family friends that do this because it was a very high pressure job. And it was a continuous stories and opinions and all kind of things were happening. And in the middle of it, she introduced me this concept called pranic healing, and I had no clue what pranic healing was all about. And she just asked me to do the basic class and take it as a just a thing for she just said take it as a self development thing. So it was a 2-day class, so I did that 2-day class, and I started practicing pranic healing on myself because I thought it was very interesting when I learned about aura and chakras and how we can cleanse them and how we can remove all the negative energies and put a lot of positive energy in the in the chakras for ourselves. And because I used to keep on practicing on myself, there was a lot of things on in my career that changed. My perceptions changed, my interaction with people changed, obviously in a positive way. My productivity increased. But then also there was something that I said that no, if it can benefit me as a professional, as a family person, because when you are in such corporate setting, you understand that others are also going through almost the same story.
Right, very true, very true.
Right. So I wanted them to also understand that pranic healing can be very helpful when it comes to the self development. And honestly, when I learned pranic healing, I never thought that I will go on and help other people at this level, right? It was only like, okay, 1 or 2 or maybe your family and stuff. But then it just grew from there. And then there was a time when there were very few healings I used to do for myself and my parents or my family members. But then everybody was like, oh, this is very effective. And this is benefiting a lot of people in different ways. So then that transition came, and there was a time when I said, okay, enough, I have to quit my job and do pranic healing full time. Obviously that transition was not smooth because when you are into a corporate job, there are a lot of responsibilities that you have to take care of. But as the time progressed, things improved. And in pranic healing, it is one of the healing ways where you can actually go and do healings on the career and the prosperity part. So pranic healing is a very creative technique. You can use it for any kind of problem. So I used to do a lot of healings, and there were people started benefiting. So it was like it grew from there. So that transition was not smooth, I will not say that. It was very it was a very thoughtful decision, but it was a very difficult decision because it was not easy from coming from a leadership position to coming to a role where no one knows what you're doing exactly. So but it was very interesting because my life was full of excitement. It was like whole drama used to go on when it used to go to the office, and then suddenly, everything just narrowed down. So, that shift made me quit my job, because I understood that, you cannot have those drastic shifts in your life. You have to choose one thing.
Right.
So that's why, I took this decision to leave my job and do pranic healing full time.
Great, great. इसी से कनेक्टेड मैं नेक्स्ट सवाल पूछना चाहूंगा. Please do share a real transformation story, yes, without the name, and what made you think that this work truly उनको हेल्प मिली, एक वो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मिला, एंड यू गॉट नॉट. मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि बहुत बार ऐसा होता है. आज की जब मैं बात करूं, सो पीपल मेनी डिसीजंस दे आर बेस्ड ऑन द बायस्ड ऑन द रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड की जब मैं बात करूं. सो वो क्या ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन था, वो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन स्टोरी जो है, हम इसके बारे में प्लीज बताइए.
Okay, so they have been endless. There have been lot of stories, transformation stories. But I'll tell you some story. One very effective story that happened in my initial years when I started doing healing, and that was actually my own, friend, very close friend. She was going through a lot of, emotional baggage and lot of stress. And I believe, when you are in that age, when you are in your early 30s and like late 20s and early 30s, that's the time where you do lot of, there are a lot of stuff that is happening in your life.
Right.
In the family front, in the professional front, and because of that, there's a lot of mixture when it comes to your emotions, right? You cannot comprehend lot of stuff that's going on, and you do not understand it. So one of my friends was going through a lot, and I want to say it here very honestly, that she had no clue of what pranic healing was. She just got the healings done because I was asking her to get it done. Okay, so she had that trust. Okay, she's asking me for the healing sessions, so fine, I'm going to do it. So when we started doing her sessions, first few sessions, she honestly didn't felt anything. She was just sleeping better. That's it. That's what she used to tell me. Okay, I'm feeling okay. And sleep better. But after like few weeks, 2-3 weeks, there was something in her that changed. She suddenly calmed down, and her response rate to her profession and her family and her emotions changed. And we continued the healings. I kept on doing healings for her. After 1 or 2 months, she realized that her, I should say that crisis management, that just shifted completely. Her way of response just changed. How to respond, what to do, and she felt so much better. They were, and there was a time when she came and she told me, I'm feeling as if a load has been shifted from my head and my shoulders.
Right. Very good.
And she just relaxed, and she started eating better. She started making sense of a lot of things that's happening in her life, and her life started to improve. That was the time. And then, she went ahead and told this, gave a feedback to a lot of people. No, this works, and I don't know. And still she used to not make sense of it. And she used to say, I don't know what it is, but it works.
Right.
It worked for me. And she used to go and tell people. So when this story happened, it made me realize that, there are a lot of things that we can do with it. There have been a person, one of my patients, I worked on him for Parkinson's. And the person got better, drastically got better. Like, it took few months. It's not a one-day session thing. It's not.
Right.
But it took few sessions. But his situation drastically changed. He felt so much better in his approach. He was walking better. He was eating better. Yeah. So when these kind of stories happen, I became more confident. Not in myself, honestly, in the therapy, in the technique itself, because it was working and people were responding to it. So it was a beautiful time, and people any day. I mean, when your work is recognized and people give good testimony, we all love it.
Right. Moving to next question, a big step. When you decided to start your journey as a healer with the foundation of Agadyati Prana, so what was the mission and what gap did you feel you were solving for people? वो क्या शुरुआती जर्नी थी फाउंडेशन की मैं जब मैं बात करूं, एंड how you solved, how you connected with people, what was your mission, and how you grown into that.
Okay. Okay. So, Gandhiti Prana was founded by me and my husband. We both, it was a joint dream, right? And it was our mission and our vision at that point of time was to create a space for people where people can actually come and ask for help without being corrected or without being judged,
Very good.
because in today's time that's the biggest problem. If you
Hmm.
go to anybody, that's what people want to judge you with problem, like whatever you're going through. And
Hmm.
second, there is no particular space for this.
Right.
There are no particular spaces where you're told that, okay, if you want to do this meditation, we are okay with this, do this. And not, there are other, not, along with pranic healing, there are other things that come into play, like how can your lifestyle help in that,
Hmm.
right? That little bit that we give advices, that okay, do a forgiveness prayer,
Right.
right? Or do a gratitude, or do this, or do that. There, I assume that there are very less spaces of these kinds where these kinds of helps are given to people. So our mission was to create a Gandhiti Prana in a way where people can come in, and individual basis we go on and help them. uh, and it's a space where you are not judged. You just come in and you just tell us your problem, and we help you in that way.
Great.
So that was what we wanted initially.
Great. मैम इसी से कनेक्टेड एक और मैं सवाल पूछना चाहूंगा. So
Mhm.
what were the biggest challenges in building trust, especially in a space where people can be spectacle, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, yeah, because energy healing, any kind of energy healing is not visible, it's invisible. So it's very difficult to make people understand, right? So, you have to, I've learned one thing in my entire career is of pranic healing, is that confidentiality and integrity is one thing. If you tell them that their problems will not be shared by anyone else,
Hmm.
so it is a big thing for them, first, because at times people do not understand that, right? Second, when they understand that you're listening and you're not going to tell it to someone else. Second is that I usually tell these kind of people who do not understand, and building that trust is very difficult.
Hmm.
Sit and get one healing done for anything problem that you're having. For example, I tell you, this was very interesting. One of my friend's father was not really interested in getting healing, and he was like, I don't know, this doesn't work. Right? How can somebody does this, and and how can a healing be done? So I told him, Uncle, I'm not taking anything, right? I just want you to sit in front of me. You come over a cup of tea, you sit in front of me, and then you see what it's done. And he was like, okay, but he came because he wanted to prove that this doesn't work.
Hmm.
Okay. So I started doing, he had a knee pain, and I started cleaning his knee pain. And I didn't do the entire session, but I just did like 10-15 minutes of clearing of his knee pain.
Great.
And after 20-25 minutes, his knee pain actually went down from 10 on 10 to like 2.
Great, great, very good.
And I still remember he kept walking in the hallway. He kept walking.
Checking.
Yeah, then he wanted to make sure. And then he was like, yes, pain went down, pain went down. And he was so excited. And then he came up with 2-3 cases. Oh, my daughter-in-law had this problem, my brother has this problem, my wife has this problem. It is very important at times to give them these kind of little sessions, to make them understand that this works. I did a mass healing, or like a kind of a orientation for Indian Army, right? And they were, most of them, they didn't understood what pranic healing was. They were just asked to sit for the session. So right. But during that, we called on for people, just as a group thing, people who have headaches or people who have back pains, essay. And when we did this, I started cleaning people for headaches, right? And suddenly people who had headaches after like 10-15 minutes, suddenly the pain started to go away. So this kind trust building happens when you give them a small healing session like this. But yes, I also feel that if you have to be confidential with their stuff, you have to have that integrity, because you cannot, if someone is telling you very deep problems, and you cannot go on discussing with the others with their problems.
Right.
This is one of the main factors, because people trust you with their life situations. People trust you with very grave problems. We as healers get a lot of calls even in the middle of the night. And that is why you and I always had these, okay, aaj nikal karte hain types, because, we work on a lot of emergency cases.
Mhm.
And when these kind of situations happen, you really have to build that trust that people can bank on you for everything. You have to be available for them. There, your integrity plays a very important role. So, I believe that it's a combined thing. You have to give them results. You have to show them this works. You have to, give them these little experiments, and plus your integrity. It has to work like that. Else, people will never understand this. And that self awareness, that this works, and people have to, this is an amazing technique. And people only understand it if they have this small, if they're given this small opportunity to experience it. So that is very important.
हम इसी से ही एक और कनेक्टेड सवाल पूछना चाहूंगा, इन योर जर्नी व्हाट रोल डिड एक्टिव लिसनिंग प्ले? कि बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि जैसे हिंदी में कहा जाता है, कोई सिर्फ दुखड़ा बताने के लिए आपके पास कनेक्ट होता है, एंड यस वो जो एक बर्डन रहता है वो जब निकलता है तो दैट हेल्प्स. सो वो मोमेंट व्हेन यू रियलाइज कि लिसनिंग कैन हील एज मच एज एनी टेक्निक, मैम इसके बारे में मैम को प्लीज थोड़ा सा बताइए.
Yeah, active listening is one thing where, these days people at times are not really looking for a lot of solutions, because people are lonely. They have their gadgets with them, but still they're lonely, because no one, that human interaction, I believe, has gone down. In earlier times, when our parents were there, people had lot of social contact. There were a lot of gatherings happening. These days, these gatherings have started to reduce, because of which I see there are a lot of, people who want to talk, right? But, when we do healings, I consciously ask them to be on a video call.
Right.
Because what happens is, when I'm doing the healing and they're talking, even after the session, they say, oh, I have told you this, I'm feeling better. So at times, as a healer, our intention is always to heal a person, right? And pranic healing plays a very important role in your intention setting. Whatever your intention is, your intention has to be very pure, that you need to help others and do healings, right? So when this happens and you're listening also, so active listening, they keep on telling you a lot of stuff, and you're not correcting them, you're not telling them, no, you did this wrong, or you're not judging them for anything. So when this happens, the healing also takes place very, very deeply, because there is a connection and you're not correcting them. Because this is my personal opinion also, whatever you did at your best ability, because you are at ground zero, right? People can give you advices, but those are just ready-made advices. And it is very easy for anybody to tell others that, okay, you did this wrong or you did this right. But,
Right.
you are at ground zero. It's very difficult, to choose between the two rights, and to choose between a right and a wrong, and to choose between two wrongs is very difficult. So, it is, when you do that kind of listening, at times when a person is talking also, the person is actually getting a lot of answers. So you don't have to really tell them what is right and wrong. After they do the talking, they realize, okay, I should have done this. So they usually get the answers, right? So yeah, active listening plays a very important role. Healing does happen when you listen to people, and I think it's one of the best ways also. And healing, it happens side by side when you listen to someone.
I'm taking the next question about recognition, about awards. Your work has been recognized through various honors like Women Excellence 2023 and Institute of Holistic Medicine 2022. And you were also a keynote speaker at International Young Scientist Congress 2025 personally. सो ये माइलस्टोन, ये अवार्ड्स, ये रिकॉग्निशन, हाउ, वो क्या पल, वो क्या क्षण थे, और आपने इनको अपने लाइफ में कैसे उतारा, और क्या क्या चीजें हुई, वो घटना, वो क्रम, एंड द हार्ड वर्क. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, इट इज नॉट जस्ट एन अवार्ड, it is a marker that okay, you are doing very very good, and still you need to do improvise and help and connect people. So मैम, वो क्या क्षण थे, वो क्या पल थे, हम प्लीज इनके बारे में बताइए.
Okay, like, these awards and recognitions are, I think, for anybody, not for me. That's again my personal opinion that these are, more responsibilities given to you. When your work is recognized, then you have more responsibility to do it with more conscious understanding and efforts and hard work, and give your best and help, and whatever mission you had, to continue those missions. So these awards and recognitions are, they give you a checker. They are like mirror image. Okay, that you're doing good, but you need to do more, because when we go for these kind of awards and recognitions, you understand very different aspects of that particular moment. Like when you talk about a moment, because when I spoke at the youth congress, there was, I was actually talking to youth. It was a college, and we were talking to youth, and they asked me to talk on like youth development through spirituality. And it is very difficult, and youth have to be made conscious, and they have to be made aware of their own roots, because these days it's a very bright society, that we say chaka chond wala life, right? And it is very very easy for individual to get lost in that, right? So to make them grounded, to make them better people. So it was more responsible when we were working on those speeches, and on that keynote speech and everything. We have to be very conscious of what we talk, and we have to be very conscious at what we, like, put across our audience, because I think it is not only to go and receive an award. It gives you more responsibility, that you have more responsibility as you go higher in your career. You become more responsible, because then you are addressing to larger groups of people. So yeah, but yeah, obviously it feels good that your work is recognized. You feel very nice, but with it also comes with greater responsibilities, greater more hard work, because then more is expected out of you. That okay, abhi ye mil gaya, now you have to do more. So that happens. But it has been a beautiful journey, and people have been very kind, and God has been very generous, and I'm blessed with a beautiful family. So they have been very supportive. My mom, my brothers, sisters, my in-laws, and my husband. All the more my husband, he has always been very very supportive. So yeah, so yeah, but I feel, Yogesh ji, I feel that people take their job very very lightly at times, right? And if you, whatever you're doing, you can do wonders, but you need to understand the responsibility that you're given, and these responsibilities come from your work and your hard work, and there is no shortcut for it.
Definitely, yes. That is the thing. Ma'am, talking more about young people, so what message, what pointers you want to give to young people? And मैं इससे एक और कनेक्टेड सवाल और भी पूछना चाहूंगा. फर्स्ट, फॉर द यंग पीपल, आज की जो हाई प्रेशर वर्ल्ड है, 2 मिनट्स नूडल जब मैं बोलूं, या हेक्टिक लाइफ है, यंग लोग जब मैं बात करूं, कॉलेज कोर्स बोलूं, जेनजी की मैं बात करूं, सो मैम इनको आप कैसे स्पिरिचुअलिटी से हेल्प कर सकते हैं, गाइड कर सकते हैं, सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं रादर से? सो वो क्या वो मैसेज आप देना चाहेंगे, सो दे कैन कनेक्ट विद स्पिरिचुअलिटी, एंड हाउ स्पिरिचुअलिटी कैन हेल्प देम टू डेवलप और हेल्प इनटू कोप अप विद द हाई प्रेशर वर्ल्ड, फर्स्ट. एंड सेकेंड, इसी से ही कनेक्टेड, इसी से जुड़ा मैं सवाल और पूछना चाहूंगा, समवन हु हैज नॉट ट्राइड, या उसने सारी चीजें, सारी थेरेपी जब मैं बात करूं, ट्राई कर लिए, बिकॉज ऑफ थैंक्स टू सोशल मीडिया बहुत सारी चीजें आती हैं, रेकी आती है, हीलिंग आती है, सेशंस आते हैं, टैरो के आते हैं, रील्स आती हैं, न्यूमरोलॉजी आती है, एंड इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन भी आती है. सो आई एम कॉलिंग इट, someone has tried everything therapy, medication, self help मैं बोल लूँ. So how you can help them to understand how pranic healing can support them differently, and what changes do you usually see first, and even जब मैं उनकी बात करूं, उनको रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड की बात करूं, तो उनको कैसे देखने को मिल सकता है. पहला मैंने बोला यूथ के लिए, जो आज के हाई प्रेशर वर्ल्ड के लिए. सेकंड, जिसने सारी चीजें ट्राई कर ली है.
So for youth, that the message only for the youth is that please be grounded, and for that you need spirituality. And for spirituality, you need to be, try certain things, just very very little things. Read your own, I would say your own spiritual books which are readily available. You don't need any really mentor sort to tell you which which book to read. And youth is our future.
Right.
So to have good future, you really have to work on the youth today. So and trying meditations, trying there are very small things that people can do in their daily life, even for 5 minutes. There are meditations, really you don't have to sit for half an hour. You can do 10 minutes meditation as well. You can do a lot of journaling, maintain a diary for your own self, make your life book. Life book is one of our features, and life book is like, you have to maintain a book where you put your goals and then you work towards those goals, right? So you have to make a life book. And these little things, if you incorporate and keep your karmas right, do the right thing. I know it's very difficult in the high pressure world where people are overwhelmed, overstressed, overloaded with everything. But then you have to keep your karmas right. You have to, be conscious what you're doing is right. And you have to take right decisions irrespective of, the situations. At times it's very difficult, but at least do it at, 8 out of 10 times. So that is one thing. If you start doing it when you are young, by the time you reach a certain age, it becomes your way of life. And when it becomes your way of life, when you have the generation next to you, when you have your own children, they look at you like that. And when they look at you like that, they'll repeat it. So you are actually changing generations. You are not only changing yourself. And there are people in your society, your friends, your colleagues, people who look at you, and people imitate at times.
Right.
So your actions can also have a greater impact, right? So I would just say, please go back to your roots. Please stay grounded. Please do your meditations. Do a lot of introspection. People at times are looking for answers outside, but those answers are within. So you have to do a lot of introspection. Sit with yourself without your gadgets, without your phone. I always tell people, and I notice this a lot in younger people these days. People are talking to you, but they're actually looking at their mobile and then they're talking to you. It's a big problem. I see it as a big disrespect, because someone is giving you the time. Talk to them, look into their eye. All this comes from awareness. Right. And this is one exercise I usually tell people, that keep your phone away, keep your phone outside the room for 10 minutes and sit with yourself and see how you react, and that will be the time when you're going to think, now what, right? And you will get a lot of answers. So, you have to follow spirituality in some way or the other. You see what works for you. There are numerous ways of working on spirituality. So, you have to work that way. And, when it comes to the other aspect, you have to also, if you have tried everything, why pranic healing, I would say, because pranic healing has a in-depth techniques and protocols of helping people. Like, it is not only one basic class. We are, taught in a very, deep way of treating people of any kind of issues they're facing. So, you can actually go and repair a cell also. There's a technique in pranic healing, right? So if you have tried everything, there's no harm in trying few sessions of pranic healing. And I assume that, things do, if you work on pranic healing and you just have faith on the divine beings, I do not see any reason why it will not work for you now. So, if you have tried everything, please try pranic healing. It will work. Most definitely it will work.
हम एक और मैं टेक्निकल सवाल पूछना चाहूंगा मोर स्पेसिफिकली अबाउट योर सेशंस सो यू वर्क विद एनर्जी एंड इमोशन सो व्हाट आर द साइंस दैट समवन इनर एनर्जी इज डिप्लीटेड बाहर हम लोग लगते हैं कि ओके ठीक है फाइन है अच्छा है एंड हाउ कैन दे स्टार्ट रीबिल्डिंग देमसेल्फ क्योंकि एक अंदर अपने को पता रहता है कि नहीं थिंग्स आर नॉट दैट गुड एज आई एम ना प्रोजेक्टिंग सो मैम इसके बारे में प्लीज बताइए
Okay, so if if you look ask me from an healer point of view, when person walks in, intuitively also we know the person is not right, right? And if we talk about ourselves, like, for example, if I meet somebody and the person looks fine, but I always there will be signs like they will have some off energy, right? Little bit, but they will have some off energy. Or if there will be a person sitting silently in a room, with some off energy. So you know the signs, And when we meet people, we now, as a healer, we have started following a lot of language, like, when people talk to us, and even in general when we meet people, so they say, oh, no, I lie down but I cannot sleep, but I'm fine, there's no problem. But when I lie down, I cannot sleep. Or I wake up in the night and then I cannot go back to sleep. These are not a healthy signs, right? So we just know, when we keep on talking to people, after experience we know. And if they're not eating at the right time, there is some congestion. There is some congestion. If you are sitting in a room with low light,
yes, that also
yeah, this is not a very good sign. People with a lot of indigestion these days, people with lot of allergy issues, you go out and there is some redness on their skin, or they start sneezing. Not good. That means you're holding back some emotions. There are some traumas that needs to be addressed. Trust issues. People have a lot of trust issues these days, right? And I'm talking about people who will look fine to you. These are those problems, right? But if you talk to them after a certain time, you will feel, okay, this person has this problem, right? So, people, one major thing I have started to understand in people is that they do not let go of their things.
Yes.
They will keep on holding their old stuff. And if you ask them, are you using it? They'll say no.
Right.
Then why do you have it? So, that is one symptom, that they do not want to let go of a lot of things. This is also one of the things that I often advise to people is, please declutter your space, because, you're holding on to energy that is not needed. Yeah. So, these are some signs where the person is dealing with certain things. Cleanliness, or person is washing their hands often. So there are a lot of things. Person who draws the curtains and shuts the door every now and then. They might look fine, but
normal,
yeah, there will be there are a lot of things. Overeating, less eating. This has become a very common problem that people come with. They don't know where to stop eating.
Okay.
They don't understand when their body tells them that, okay, I'm full, right? So very, very weird situation. So not a great situation and fun situation to be in. So, so when you know these things, so as a healer, when you look at people, okay, but yeah, obviously you don't say this in on their faces, but yeah, these are a few things that we can, look at.
I'm talking other side of the table. So what are the pointers? What are the things that you want? जो भी मैं लोगों की जब मैं बात करूं, silently they carry angry, anxiety, grief, burnouts रहते हैं, emotional heaviness रहते हैं, जैसा आपने बताया. So when someone comes to you, feel broken inside definitely. So आप क्या चाहेंगी, आप क्या पॉइंटर्स देना चाहेंगे उन लोगों को कि वो ये चीज जिससे भी वो कंसल्ट करते हैं, आपसे कंसल्ट करते हैं, तो ये चीज के बारे में, इन पॉइंटर्स के बारे में वो सबसे पहले ऑब्जर्व करें और बताएं, सो दैट गोना स्पीड अप द थिंग्स उन्हीं के हीलिंग के लिए, एंड दैट गोना हेल्प यू आउट with more understanding.
Yeah, you are going to anybody for that matter, like not me, anybody, anybody. Please discuss your family dynamics. Please discuss your emotional dynamics. Please discuss and be open about your situations. Because, Yogesh ji, I have started noticing that people come and actually test you that you know this or not.
Yes, yes.
Right? So it's not my exam. I have passed my exam. Okay, I'm good where I am. You have to actually sort your problems and help us doing that, and it will save your time and effort and money and our energy. Because the longer you're going to take to discuss your problems, the more sessions, the more time. Personally, as an individual healer, I usually give them a time frame, like 90 days. I want to close your case. If it's an adverse case, I give them 6 months. But how I deal with the problem is that if, for example, some person walks in for a healing session, I actually sit with them for an hour and a half, and I interview them very well, like,
Right.
and I expect those answers out of them, because it is very important for me to know your family dynamics. It's very important for me to know how your childhood was, right? It's very important for me to know how your emotional setting is. Do you get agitated very fast, or you just boil, that anger just boils down in you and you don't say anything? Those two things have very different impact on your physical body, right? If you sleep, then how do you sleep? What kind of dreams you get, which kind of school you went, how many childhood friends you have, how do you deal with people, how you put up your situations, or how do you ask for help? Big thing, right?
Right.
So it is very important for people, and I would really request the listeners to please, whenever you are approaching any kind of energy healing, do tell your healer or a person or a mentor or a guide these things. For them to know your dynamics is very, very important. And which, if you're walking too fast, details like this, or if you just want to sit and just relax, or if you want to sit with the lights off in your room, what kind of color curtains you like, all that kind of stuff. It's very important for people to know this, because this will help your healer to understand the situation better, how much grief you have, and what you're dealing with. It's, your protocol changes entirely when your healer will know this. Else they will just keep on doing and it will not be that helpful. Yeah.
Talking more holistically, in today's world, we are connected but still feel lonely. What emotional pain do you see most often? जो आपके इतने सारे सेशंस में आपने देखा होगा लोगों को, and why do you think society is struggling with it right now? A big question, a tough question, and yes, important too.
Okay, so I think people have this lot of emotional illiteracy that they're going through. Like, they do not understand their own emotions, and there are certain words and certain emotions that are abused a lot. Like, I think stress is a very abused term. Everybody say I'm stressed out,
In
but
general.
they really don't know. Yeah, in general, I बहुत stressed था. Okay, ठीक है. That way. So people are really struggling with that emotional illiteracy. I would say they do not understand their own emotions. If they want to say anxiety, they'll say a headache. Right? If they want to say I'm overwhelmed, they will say I'm sad. Right? So yes, I face this every day. You have to, if they're fearful, they'll say I'm feeling insecure. Right? So I think society in general is struggling with this emotional illiteracy. We are not taught this way. We need more guides and mentors who tell us no. And then also, it is okay to feel that way.
Right. Right. Great.
Right? Because you will be overwhelmed. You will have anxiety. We are people in this high pressure world where we are dealing with so many things. Your home situation, your office situations, and everybody has a high pressure jobs. You are running from pillar to post, and you are responsible for your family. Be it male or females. These days everybody is responsible for everything. So yeah, you have your family commitments, you have your financial commitments. So these kind of emotions are very common. But it's okay to have these emotions. That means you are a human, and it's okay. You're going through all this. But then you have to understand that these problems needs to be tackled. At times, there are, for example, you have a financial commitment, right? You have to fulfill that commitment every month. You have to fulfill that commitment. You have to run your family, but then you cannot stress out for this, or have that kind of overwhelmed feeling. Oh God, what do I do? You have to navigate your life around it, and navigate your emotions around it, and make yourself feel better. And for that, you need some space, you need some time for it with yourself. So that's why I said, sit with yourself for 5 minutes without your phone, and just reconnect with your own self. So it is very important. So society these days is struggling with this emotional illiteracy. They don't know their own emotions, and people need to be taught. And please understand your emotions. What you are going through is, oh, you're overwhelmed, and you are tired, you're not stressed. And I ask day in and day out, I ask people what's happening, and they say, oh, I'm stressed. Okay. So
That's true. मेरे ख्याल से आजकल इवन बच्चे भी जो हैं, छोटे छोटे बच्चे स्कूल गोइंग, दे टॉक अबाउट आज कैसा रहा दिन, यहाँ इट वाज वेरी स्ट्रेस। स्ट्रेस क्या हो गया? बोले कुछ नहीं सर, आज ये नहीं मिला, आज गेम्स पीरियड नहीं मिला, और इट वाज नॉट समथिंग। और इवन दे जो मोबाइल्स, थैंक टू द मोबाइल्स, बहुत सारी चीजें इंफॉर्मेशन उनको आती रहती हैं, सो वो भी थोड़ा सा एक रहता है उनको।
right. Yeah, it is a very common term. That's why I'm telling you, it's a very abused term. Stress is a very abused word. Everybody is stressed out. Everybody. They don't understand their emotions.
मैम सेकंड स्टेज की जब मैं बात करूं, क्लाइंट्स की जब मैं बात करूं, लोगों की जब मैं बात करूं, सो व्हाट वन मिस्टेक पीपल मेक व्हाइल ट्राइंग टू मैनिफेस्ट, मेडिटेट, या जब मैं बात करूं, भाई आपने टर्म्स की बात करी, टू स्टे पॉजिटिव, दैट एक्चुअली कीप्स देम स्टक इमोशनली। सो वो क्या एक मिस्टेक रहती है, मैम इसके बारे में प्लीज।
Okay, so when they're meditating, or they want to be positive, they are so focused on being positive, right? They just do not follow that. Okay, I'll go back a bit. What is meditation? If you ask any common person who walks in, okay, what is the meditation? So they'll just say, okay, we sit and we listen to that music, but then we keep on thinking about thoughts. That's not meditation. Meditation is a way of sitting with yourself. And even if you're getting few thoughts, don't get stuck to one thought, pass it over. So what you have to do is just relax at that time, and don't focus on focusing on being positive.
Right.
Okay? You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to, expect outcomes out of your meditation, because honestly, Yogesh, it will not happen in a day.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, it will not happen in 1 month. It will not happen in 2 months. Now there's a lag of time also when you do these kind of practices. For me, meditation might work in 1 hour. For a person sitting next to me, the meditation might work after a year.
Right. So it is not a standard benchmark.
Exactly. It depends. So when you are, meditating, or when you want to be positive, just, calm down, and don't have this opinion in your head, or don't focus that, okay, I have to be positive. I've seen people smiling around, why I have to be positive. Okay. Doesn't work that way. Okay. Being positive means just relax, do the right thing, and be fine, just calm down, do your stuff, do your job, do your household stuff, and just relax and give meditation some time, because meditation is a frequency. It changes the frequency in your aura and our chakras, and it takes time for it to change. It will not happen in 5 minutes, it will not happen in half an hour, it will not happen in 1 month. It will take some time. So, people are making this mistake of expecting that it's a magic wand and we're going to flick it and it's going to, the next minute there will be Cinderella. It will not happen that way, right? It will take time. Please do not focus on being positive too much. Just, it's okay. As I said in the previous question also, that it is okay to feel emotions, right? It's totally fine. I have also gone through lot of emotions in my life, grief, sadness, anxiety, overload of work, you know, uh, pain in body, pain, sleepless nights, everything. Pranic healing teaches you a crisis management, your response rate changes. Your response, or how you look at situations changes. So this is what a mistake people are doing.
मैम टॉकिंग मोर अबाउट होलिस्टिकली में आके वेरी स्पेसिफिकली आपके पर्सनल में आपसे बात करना चाहूंगा मैं इफ यू कुड बिल्ड वन हीलिंग इनिशिएटिव फॉर ए कम्युनिटी स्कूल्स वर्क प्लेस या मदर्स के लिए हाउसवाइफ्स मदर्स के लिए होम मेकर्स के लिए यूथ के लिए हु वुड यू वांट टू सर्व फर्स्ट ऐसा बोलूं मैं एंड व्हाई दैट पर्टिकुलर स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप
Okay, I would, I started working on youth last year after talking in that conference, but I would also want to include the mothers, because, mothers are the first teachers of the children, and they are the generations coming. So it is always better, if you teach better things to the guru, so that the guru can pass it on, right? So it is very important that way. So I believe that. But yeah, as Agadati Prana was founded to have work, in different sectors of the society, like, we want to go into the other sectors as well, not only confine ourselves to youth or the mothers or the parents. In general, yes, we want to go ahead and, touch base with lot of people, with different walks of life. But yeah, mothers are very important. I feel that mothers are very, very important, because these days females also are going through a lot of, I would say, pressure when it comes to raising a child with their jobs and with the household stuff. So it is very important, and their children are looking at you. So please, that will be a good thing if we can, incorporate certain things with them.
Moving toward the end of the session, आपने बहुत सारी चीजें बताई. I would love to ask one more important question. मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा. So how people can connect with you? आपके क्या-क्या sessions हैं? आपके क्या-क्या workshops हैं? किन-किन modalities में आप help करती हैं? Holistically भी और individual भी. और आपके आगे और आने वाले sessions कौन से हैं? कोर्सेस आप करवाती हैं, वर्कशॉप या सेमिनार आप देने वाले हैं, मैम इनके बारे में मैम प्लीज बताइए कैसे आपसे कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं, वेदर दे आर इन स्पेसिफिक प्लेस और थ्रू ऑनलाइन. मैम इसके बारे में प्लीज मैम डिटेल में बताइए.
Okay, so we do a lot of workshops on small things like karma courses. We do a lot of workshops on like forgiveness, gratitude, live book, and we do very small sessions on chakra. We for healings, yeah, you can touch base through like any Gmail or phone numbers and everything. But yeah, when it comes to going ahead and doing things, it is we want people to get connected individually also, right? Because group setting is different, but individual setting is we all have different problems at time. And I have seen this in my experience, that in the same family people will have way too different things to handle. Yeah. So when it comes to personalized healing, those are very different way that we deal with. That is one-on-one. But yeah, you can attend our workshops and our seminars and our webinars where we work very closely with people, and we start from, for example, if we start from grounding, and we take them up to the awakening where they understand, okay, what actually these emotions mean and how can we go ahead with it. So we do that.
I'm taking last second question, and yes, it is too personal too. So what's next for your personally? जब मैं बात करूं as an healer, what are you learning? What are you building? Evolving into? How do you want your work to be deepened from here? आगे की मैम क्या plans हैं, क्या projects हैं? मैम इसके बारे में भी मैम प्लीज बताइए.
Okay. So, I usually go with the flow, what's happening. I usually do not plan a lot of things. But yeah, if you look at the broader goal that we have, is that I want to continue healing people. I want to have, bigger community where people are more aligned spiritually, because I know the effects, I know the results of this. And growing Agaditi Prana, making Agaditi Prana where people can actually come and have a safe place where they can just come and walk in and have their own, they can decide what to do, and we can help them that way. That is the Agaditi Prana goal. But for me personally, I just want to continue my healings and, work with groups where people, like we can have like segregated groups like women and, different things. There are other projects that we are coming up with, like, we want to talk about Indian temples. We want to talk about, different, I would not say really, it's a project where we want to actually travel to different high vibrational places in India and teach people about those places, because people, and this is also one thing, people want to travel outside but they have not seen their own country. So I want people to know more about, like in Madhya Pradesh there are a lot of things that we can actually go and look at, but people are living here and they have not visited the nearby places. I was one of them few years ago. But yeah, so that is one of the projects we are working on right now, but it's still not on up air, but it will be soon.
अब मैं एक बार योगीराम के सारे व्यूअर्स को बताना चाहूंगा, आज हम बात कर रहे थे श्रद्धा तिवारी जी से, मैम से, जो कि वेल नोन रिनाउंड प्राणिक हीलर हैं, स्पिरिचुअल मेंटर हैं. आप इनको इनके हीलिंग के थ्रू और इनके सेशन के थ्रू जानते हैं. मैम बहुत सारे मॉडलिटीज के थ्रू हेल्प करती हैं. अब मैं बात करूं लाइफस्टाइल की, वेलनेस की बात करूं, स्पिरिचुअलिटी की बात करूं, हीलिंग के थ्रू बात करूं, मेडिटेशन के थ्रू बात करूं, योगा के थ्रू बात करूं, और मैम ने जैसा आज सेशन लिया प्राणिक हीलिंग के बारे में बहुत सारी चीजें बताई. मैम मैं पॉडकास्ट का एंड करना चाहूंगा विद वेरी वेरी लास्ट बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन अगेन. वो एक क्या हीलिंग मैसेज है जो आप देना चाहेंगे हाउस होल्ड्स को, आज के यूथ को, इवन बच्चों को, योगीराम के सारे व्यूअर्स को, जो वो एक टेक्निक या एक मैसेज आप बताना चाहेंगे which can be integrated into their day-to-day life, or that message they can think about and work on that, so it's gonna help them.
Right, yeah, just leave your phones and sit with yourself for 5 minutes. Very important, very effective. But once you start inculcating this habit, it will be like, you will just know a lot of things. You really will not need to really approach, people outside your circle. That connection to your own self is very important, and it just requires 5 minutes. I'm not asking for like 30 minutes, just 5 to 10 minutes. Keep your phone outside the room and sit with yourself. It's very, very important.
Great. हम आपसे बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा पर्सनली भी, एंड फ्रॉम द टीम योगीराम के सारे व्यूअर की तरफ से एक बार फिर से मैं थैंक्स बोलना चाहूंगा. इट वाज रियली ग्रेट टू हैव यू, एंड हाउ यू हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट प्राणिक हीलिंग, कैसे उसको इंटीग्रेट किया जा सकता है, क्या क्या सिचुएशन, सिम्टम्स या प्रॉब्लम्स का सॉल्यूशन अपने को इससे मिल सकता है, एंड पॉइंटर्स डेफिनेटली जो मुझे भी स्पेसिफिकली बहुत अच्छे लगे, मेरी टीम को जो अच्छे लगे, योगीराम की टीम को, कि क्या पॉइंटर्स एज एन हीलर एंड एज एन पर्सन हमें ध्यान में रखने चाहिए जब हम आप जैसे गुरु से बात कर रहे हैं, आप लोगों को बता रहे हैं अपने लाइफ के बारे में, एंड वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग रिजल्ट्स So we should also talk about the actual root cause problems also. So मैम बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर प्रेशियस टाइम। और मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगा, आप आगे भी ऐसे ही हमसे कनेक्ट हो और हम बहुत सारे अलग अलग मुद्दों पे टॉपिक्स पे बात कर पाए।
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Yogesh ji. Thank you.